Hate him or love him, Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest boxers of all time, right? We spoke
100%
previously,
facts.
and you said the secret to Floyd's success was not just what he did in the ring, but what he did outside of the ring. Please explain what you mean by that.
Well, see, a lot of people have issues with how they're viewed. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather obviously didn't care too much about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you're going to react emotionally sometimes when somebody tells you you're not this or you're not that. So, but Floyd understood that being hated for a guy like him is better than being loved in a lot of ways. Because what happens is if somebody hates you, they still want to see you, but they just want to see you lose. They will pay they will 100% pay to watch you get your butt whipped. No question. No question. And this is what Floyd realized. And he said, I have to stay undefeated. I absolutely have to stay undefeated. Because if I give them what they want, they're not going to be interested anymore. So his thing was, I'm going to keep fighting, but I'm going to fight to win. I don't care how I win. I'm going to fight to win and and then this is going to keep that train rolling, that money coming in until I get the biggest fight that the world has ever seen, which end up coming with Pacquiao. And after that, I could kind of ride off into the sunset. But even then, after that, he still had a couple more, but he wanted to retire undefeated. He was chasing legacy a little bit at that point. But truth be told, that villain type of role is where you get the money. Like, you could be the darling and you could be Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya did well, but look how much better Mayweather did. You know what I'm saying? The Golden Boy versus Money Mayweather, the villain. The villain got more. Most people react to the negativity more than they react to the positivity.
That's facts, bro.
You ever see this a great story on the news about how great this guy did? He saved some kittens.
Nobody watch that, bro.
And nobody watch it, right? But then let somebody say, oh, he shot like 5-6 people in a supermarket. Oh, for real? Who? What do he look like? Where he at? Oh man, I hope he don't come in my area. Oh man, that's top. And that's news. Everybody want to see it. That's why I don't watch it much, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't watch it. I need the weather, but that's it. You know what I'm saying?
You think where do you think Mayweather learned that from?
I don't know, man. I think it was, trial and error, seeing how when he was Pretty Boy Floyd and how he was received. And I think, he had some smart people around him too, some business-minded people around him that saw as like, yo, you're not really pulling in a lot of interest. Your style is, and he was a dog. He was always a dog. Floyd would fight. He would fight, bleeding, get hurt, keep coming back. Don't get it twisted. Just because Floyd can box, he could fight too, bro. He will fight you. But I think he saw how he was being received with that moniker, with that, with the way who he was at the time, and it was like, I'm putting my life and limb on the line for these people in entertainment, and they really not respecting it, and they're not respecting me enough. I'm out here getting these fight with these dudes that can kill me, and I'm going at it, and I ain't really being received like I should. So at the end, you can even see when he fought Carlos Baldomir. I forget what year it was, before he retired. He's like, yo, this is my last one. He kind of got emotional in the press conference. This is going to be the last one for me. And it was like, they keep disrespecting me. So then when he retired for a while, he realized, and you look back on what was going on and what he did in his career, and he could have stayed retired and still been one of the greatest. But he came back and said, you know what? I'm going to make them hate me. And I'm going to thrive off of their hate. I'm going to take that hurt that I get from that, and I'm going to turn it into something that I can use, something that I can make me millions and millions. And he did. Smart businessman. He's a smarter businessman than people want to give him credit for. You might want to laugh at sometimes when he was struggling reading certain little excerpts or whatever, but he's smart. He know how to count. And he knew that if he could create this hate, you know what I mean? People to just like, I can't stand that guy. I can't wait to see him lose. Kind of like what happened with Ali. People don't really think about Ali's beloved now. Oh, but they hated him back in the day. They hated not going to war. Man, Joe Louis went to war. How come you ain't? Like, you wasn't going to do it. You could have done it. They didn't like that. So they hated him too. You know what I mean? But you got to respect a man that's tough enough to stand up to all these people telling you got to do something. And people who were in power. You know what I'm saying? And you still saying no. So there's a lot to go with that. Same thing, like you look at Floyd, like, I don't care what they say about me. I'm gonna keep doing what I do, and guess what? They're gonna pay me to do it.
And the unique thing with him is that boxers really can't mimic it because I don't think they can win like Floyd. That's you get what I'm saying? You can create that character, and some do in the press conferences and get knocked out, and it kind of like it doesn't work, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't. So it's like, you see, the thing is, you have to be able to say, okay, like there's a kid that's coming up right now. You probably heard of him. He's from Philly too. Boots, Jerron Boots Ennis. I think he got everything, like all wrapped into one. Like I think he got the power, he got the speed. He really does have the charisma, but he's a little quiet. He's gonna have to come out his shell a little more, publicly, so he get a little more interest because he know he can fight. He got that stoic kind of like, I ain't worried about what these dudes say. I can beat them all. But he has all of that. He got everything in the ring done.
That stardust, be able to sell yourself in that arena.
Yes. So if he can develop to be able to sell like how Floyd did, I ain't saying he got to become a villain, but he got to figure out a way to sell. If he does that, we got somebody who's gonna reign because he's tough. I know from experience, he's tough. The kid could do a lot. He could do a lot. So, like with Floyd though, man, it's really difficult for most guys to create that. Like if you look at, I don't know if you've heard of him. Of course, you probably have Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner.
That's fire terrible.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. That's why you can't do it, because the reason this man has been able to back it up, regardless of what you say, he has been able to win that fight. Because I hear people criticize him saying the style is boring and this and that, but he won the fight.
Yeah. And guess what? You're going to come back in 2 or 3 months or 6 to watch him again, Cinco de Mayo, when he fight one of the other best up-and-coming, Mexican stars, and he beats them, just like he did with Canelo. And you're going to pay him $200 million again to watch it, even though you hate him. Then you fight, then you get Pacquiao. You know what I mean? You're going to watch it because you want to see him lose. So it doesn't matter. As long as he can continue to win and keep that persona and keep folks hating him, he's going to keep making money. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. I wish I could do that. I wish I could. First of all, I needed to be able to win every fight, which didn't happen. But I wish I could do it. You know what I mean? Because even though Adrien Broner fell short, he still is a spectacle. You still want to see him.
He's a spectacle.
Right. Because he got all kind of crazy stuff going on. And he can fight, though. Don't get it twisted. He can fight. It's just he had to be a dominating figure. He can't get in a fight and win by a little bit. I think that's the problem with Adrien Broner.
I think, too, how Mayweather, obviously I'm not in the boxing circle. This is from looking outside. Yeah. What I've seen and what I've heard is that despite all the spectacle, that work ethic can't be matched. And I think the other boxers have the spectacle, but the spectacle takes them away from the work ethic. Therefore, they can't perform like they need to in the ring,
That's a fact. That's a fact. Most of them put the cart before the horse. You don't understand how much work it took for Floyd to be as good as he is, how much he had to do, because I did it. So, but I mean, that doesn't mean I got to the level he did, but what I'm saying is there's levels to everything.
Work, bro.
But we put the work in. All this and all that, you can do all this stuff at the press conference, create, all that's great, but you gotta be able to do what you're doing. You gotta still be able to fight. You can't just be behind the music without the music. You know what I'm saying? And then you be fun to watch. If that's the case, get a YouTube channel, bro, and grow, because you got a hell of a personality. You just can't fight with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do both. You know what I'm saying? And listen, that's not shitting on. Sorry, but I shouldn't have said that. That's not coming down on guys who have channels, because a lot of these dudes done things in the past, and that's why they're able to create this buzz. But there's certain guys, like you look at Broner, and he's got the whole thing down. He just gotta stick to what got him to where he was, because there's no question that he worked hard to get to a certain point. But you can't just be a front runner, man. You got to be able to take it you got to be able to snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat. You got to be able to do it.